Hello, this is Sergeant Love with the Illinois Army National Guard, and today I'm here with Private Horner, who is currently at home on block leave from basic training. I want to put the spotlight on him and give him a chance to talk to you guys about the National Guard and what it's done for him so far, and we'll jump into a question about basic training and what it's like right now, especially with COVID going on and things like that. Private Horner, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. First of all, tell me about yourself. Where are you from? What high school? Whatever you want to say. Plus, what encouraged you and originally to join the National Guard?
Well, I'm Casey Horner, as you said, currently ranked as a private E2. Been in the National Guard for about 7 months now, the 27th of this month. I recently, like you said, got back from on HBO. I was from Bureau Valley High School. I graduated this past year. COVID struck us and didn't really end my senior year in the greatest of light.
You and a lot of people, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's sad, but we got through it, luckily. This year, they're going through the whole year with it, and I couldn't imagine. But I'm out, I'm doing my own life, trying to get through with, like, joining the National Guard. I wanted to go to college right away, but my financial status was not encouraging it. So I had to find a way to get myself through it without putting myself in debt for the rest of my life. And the National Guard provided that. They're gonna pay most of my schooling. They're gonna help me out with insurances, that kind of stuff. It just seemed like the easiest way to get through my life and to provide a sound ground for my career.
Okay,
in
cool.
the future.
Yeah, all that is exactly spot on. What kind of a degree are you looking to go for?
I'm looking to go to Urbana-Champaign specifically because I've heard their animal sciences division is really good, and I want to get an animal science degree. I want to work on a reservation after.
Okay.
Once I get out of the National Guard, or depending on how things go, I want to work with big cats or something like that. I've always wanted to do that.
Awesome, big cats like lions and tigers and
Yes, exactly.
cheetahs.
Work on a savanna or something like that. It'd be really cool. I could see. It's just something that I could see myself doing for years upon years. Something I'd enjoy.
Cool. That's an awesome goal, and I hope that the National Guard helps you get there. I'm sure it will. Paid for degree is always a good way to start a life.
Exactly.
And start out on your dreams of whatever they are. So, not long ago, you shipped off to basic training during COVID. What have you seen there? How's that like on a day-to-day life? First of all, was basic training so far as bad as you thought it was going to be?
No. So I haven't really started basic training. I got through yellow phase, which is it's a new phase. They're just doing classes, a bit of PT, trying to teach you the basics so they don't have to run through it when they're actually getting to the deeper stuff.
Okay, and that's a COVID mitigation that's in the beginning now.
Yes, I'll be actually starting red phase the week I give back, which will be interesting after coming off of holiday block leave. Hopefully everybody tries to stay in a bit of shape, up on their knowledge and everything that we've studied so far. Otherwise, then they're going to kind of fall behind.
So what's yellow phase like? Give me a little bit about what that is.
Yellow phase, at first it started out with this basically a week of quarantining in separate platoons. And after we kind of weeded out the people who were showing symptoms, they separated us into 4 different platoons by last name. And before, I was told that the females were integrated into each platoon with the last names, but this cycle they have the females in their own separate platoon by themselves.
Okay.
So there's 3 male platoons and 1 female platoon.
And you're on Fort Sill, Oklahoma.
Fort Sill, Oklahoma, Alpha Battery, yes.
Okay, interesting. And so, does that yellow phase, is it part of basic training, or does it take away from your time, or is it shortened?
I wouldn't really say it takes away or it shortens the time because you're still learning stuff and you're still getting everything done.
But it counts toward your 10 weeks.
It count towards the 10 weeks. debating on how the drill sergeant want to handle it. It might add a week, might not. Your date for graduation is set when you sign up, so you'll graduate on time as long as you don't mess up, or you get day zeroed or something like that. But you're still learning, like the soldier's creed, the basics of your weapons, how to march, how to call at ease, and your chain of command and stuff like that. You're still learning all that stuff. It's just that it's in a more controlled environment. You're usually up in a classroom. You still do a bit of PT, but other than that, you're just learning the basics so they don't have to drill it into you as they're trying to push you forward into white phase.
Okay.
And trying to get you working with the weapons on the range and such.
And so, a lot of stuff that you mentioned brings to mind RSP. How many RSP drills did you get to go to before you went to?
I think it was six or so, and it has helped a lot. I've helped some people in my platoon with like facing movements, right face, left face, and about face. I was struggling with it still a little bit after having so many RSPs. I couldn't imagine going in blind with that kind of stuff. But yeah, I learned a little bit in land nav before that helped out a lot. I learned how to. It helped me keep in shape a little bit before I went, and it was really nice to have that mentality before I went instead of just getting dropped right into it.
Yeah, so for those of you watching, RSP is our Recruit Sustainment Program. It's a program where once you enlist in the National Guard, before you ship off to basic, we hold drills just like a regular National Guard drill where we teach PT, we teach left face, right face, those are facing movements. We teach a lot about marching and first aid and land nav, and a lot of the stuff that you're gonna learn at basic training to include the soldier's creed and all those things you need to memorize. That way, like what Private Horner said, when you get there, it helps out a tremendous amount because it makes it easier for you to be a success at basic training and not need extra training from the drill sergeants. One last question, Casey. Is there any advice that you would give to anyone interested in the National Guard or that has questions or just anything that you'd like to put out to people to help them?
Go as soon as you can. I wish I would have gone my junior year of high school, so I had that summer to do it. Go through my last year of school, then get my AIT done with. I'd already have 2 years under my contract. I'd be set. Right out of college, I could do whatever I wanted. I mean, right out of high school, I could do whatever I wanted. I could go straight in college. But now that I waited until my senior year, I have to do all this stuff. I'm not saying that you have to, but I think the sooner you get it done, the better. You gotta move on with your life. You're set. You can do whatever you want.
Awesome. That's the thing that a lot of people don't tend to always know, is that you can enlist in the National Guard and start your contract the day that term as a junior at 17 and then go to basic training after your junior year before your senior year. So you'd be 2 years into your contract now instead of 7 months. That's a great advice. Again, Casey, Private Horner, thank you for joining me today, giving yourself some time to speak and to help some of those people out there who have had questions about basic training, what it's like, or what to expect, or how they can help themselves in life and follow in your footsteps.